What's going on? What's going on? All my surreal maniacs out there that absorb my chi as I give it. I'll walk the earth like Cain, at Cain speed, looking up at the sky, smoking on my peace pipe with my fine smokables in it, breathing deeply, thinking deeply. And I always have a tendency to do this. And I ask people sometimes, what do you want to do? Where do you want to be? And they always give you some lofty ass dream about, yeah, I want a big ass car, I want to live in a big ass house, I want the American dream, I want the big ass pool with a pretty ass wife. And you ask them, well, what are you doing to go about getting that dream? And you'll get a blank stare every time. You'll get a whole lot of rationalizations. You'll get a whole lot of goddamn excuse about, well, you know, I'm never going to be rich. I don't have it in me to be rich. I don't have the skill. I'm not smart enough. I can't start my own business and then that's the key word, isn't it? Starting your own business. Because I got to be honest with you, man. I have a family full of college grads that's working all their goddamn life, and none of them are what I call rich. You know what I mean? They're doing all right. They live in the burbs. They have a nice life, and if you want that, that's a great way to go about it. You work a 40-hour work week for 40 years, and then you retire in the burbs, and you get to eat cat food and sacrifice medicine because you want heat. Oh, y'all don't have that. Y'all never heard about that. Y'all don't know that. Why don't you Google the statistics on that? How many old people have to sacrifice heat and eat cat food just to get their medication? Because Lord knows what the hand that God gave you until you're like 60 years old and you're playing that motherfucker with the liver spots and the cough that you don't know where from, and you're always on cancer watch. I can't even imagine that lifestyle. But I do see the sacrifice from all of the elderly people that I come across, even the so-called well-to-do white ones. When I do encounter it, you know what? I'm not even going to limit myself like that. I'm sure there's a lot of well-to-do white cats and well-to-do black cats that don't have to worry about their medication, and they can just flip the bill on those $100 meds, and goddamn it, it's $100 per bottle. And when you get older, it's a lot of bottles. But I digress. A lot of people have this crazy lofty dream that they want to get to. They don't have any idea how they're going to go about doing it, and then they don't. And then they kind of gravitate to the starting a business idea, and then you ask them, well, why haven't you started your business? Well, when are you going to start your business? They will get a whole ton of excuses. Man, I don't even care about that excuse anymore. I'm here to tell you that you need to start your business today, because ain't no time like today. Because tomorrow the stars not going to align for you, and you're not going to have the sudden windfall of money that you can devote to your business. And if you ever fail a failure, I want you to think about this. No matter at what point in time that you start your business, you still want to fuck around and fail. So all your analysis, all your studying other people's business, and you've been doing that for years, and you've read all X amount of books trying to minimize those odds, well, you can't. It's like playing fantasy football and getting on the field. Yeah, you know the stats. Yeah, you've seen the routes. You've been playing Madden for a long time. Then a nigga fucking hits you, and then you see what's real. You can't get up, and then you want to get up, and that's a business. You're going to get tackled by some crazy ass shit that's going to hit you from the blind side, like your left tackle had hands of stone, and you're going to have to just get up from that. And there is no avoiding that. There is no failure. Matter of fact, one of my last videos that I did, how to come up from nothing, this guy said, you just got to go out there and do it. And I was like, yeah, you absolutely have to, because I really wanted to, say a whole lot, like, nothing's going to stop you from gaining that experience, and the worst experience are the better teachers. I mean, because think about it, you just went out there and got a business, and your shit just flew off the ground, and then it just fails for a year, and you don't know why it failed. How are you the better? You're better for the failure than you are for the year of success. Yeah, you have money, but you have an idea of what was working, but you don't know what's not working. You just know that this ship is sinking, and I don't know how to plug the hole. I'm doing things I was doing the first year. Only failure can teach you that bitter lesson that makes you re-examine your books and your method on how to get where you're going. Just think about that sometimes. Why do people fear getting up from another man's teeth? Because that's essentially what a job is. Let's be real, people. It could be a big teeth if you get a lot of money, or a little tiny teeth with A cups. on minimum wage, but you still sucking. And that sucks to be sucking. Because when a motherfucker cut your water off, ain't no milk coming out. And you sit there wondering, assed out, looking like one of these unemployed zombies, devoid of hope and pride, with the sign saying, employ me, employ me. And that got me to thinking. I was watching the news and I saw, like, in that organized Wall Street thing, or Step on Wall Street, I forgot the name of it at this very second, they was demanding jobs. And I was thinking to myself, nobody owes you a goddamn job. In America, you have the opportunity to work for your own happiness and by the sweat of your brow, make your way in this world. Nowhere does that say job and healthcare. You see, because healthcare is a service. And a service has to be supplemented with money. You have to have a fair trade going on. So, I mean, if I was a doctor, right, and I was the only doctor for 9 miles, and I figure I want to be a doctor, and I figure it's lucrative. What if motherfuckers start coming at me like you owe me free healthcare because it's America and my son is sick? Fuck I do. I feel you. I feel you that your son is sick. But I know these bills don't pay themselves. And this life is not run by gratitude. I need some finances, baby. I need some money. I can feel the same way, with the job aspect. When you're going out there and trying to, and I've been on both, and I see now that I'm on the other side of things. Like right now, I'm looking for employees, and I almost take it a smack of the face when, I see somebody saying, well, so owes me a job because I went to college and I'm qualified. So the fuck what? It's my company, and I can fill this motherfucking position with whoever the fuck I want to. And you know what? If I'm cutting down on these jobs and these opportunities that I'm offering, fuck it. I need to get more stops for myself. And that's just the way it is, because that's capitalism. It's evil for you because you don't own a business. It's evil when it affects millions and billions of people and people starve on a mass level. Fuck it, man. Even then, they don't owe you shit. They don't owe you a goddamn thing. This whole sense of entitlement in American culture, it stinks to me. There's no accountability. There's no pull yourself by the bootstrap mentality. It's disgusting how a grown-ass man feels that another motherfucker needs to feed him and protect him and provide for his family, which is essentially what it is. A motherfucker don't owe you no job, don't owe you a livelihood. Make your own motherfucking way. I mean, really. I heard one of the illest sayings while I was watching YouTube, and I think it was Dan Freeman, the Avenue Rants. He said this shit. He said that Bruce Lee said that to hell with opportunity, to hell with obstacles, to hell with circumstances. I make opportunities. Whatever happened to that? I feel that shit. Because technically, my motherfucking ass is unemployed. And I eat. I get this money. I pull money out the streets like it's David Blaine walking the ad, man. Fuck that. Whatever happened to that? If you've been, and I see these specials, these unemployed in America, and these sad sacks, men and women, oh, I need a job, I need to do something, somebody please hire me, please. I know that if nobody hired my motherfucking ass for a full calendar year, I realize that something got to shake, because this rent got to be paid, and my reserves are dwindling, man. I got to do something that discomforts me, because I got to ease this load somehow, and waiting on an employment train at this station ain't doing it, because my beard is getting grayer and longer, and my kids are getting older, and I got to worry about their future. And do you feel me out there, people? Because I'm speaking metaphorically. I ain't got no kids, but a lot of y'all cats do. You gonna wait on a motherfucking job for 2 years, dude? Unemployment don't run out? Nah, fuck that. You gotta create an opportunity. That's how you remember those people like the J.P. Morgans and the Rockefellers and the Bill Gateses and the Bob Johnsons. I even saw a special where there was like a 13-year-old millionaire that made his own maple syrup, and he called it maple syrup for kids, made by kids. And he was a black dude too. I ain't never seen him ever again. But this cat was like maybe 15 years old, became a millionaire because he just created opportunity out of nothing. He saw he was poor, he had an idea, he said, fuck it. And you know what? He was young enough not to be jaded by American society to where everybody around him is just going to beat him down for his idea and call his idea bullshit. I'm glad I was raised in a household where they just said, it's a real wonder, you can do it. And I didn't hear a whole lot of, nah, you can't do that. And because of shit like that, I am who I am today. I own my own business. I own my own LLC. I'm partners with my best friend. And we're getting this dough. We on a hot dog stand, man. I'm 31. I'm sitting at home at 2:15 making YouTube videos. And I'm gonna get money today. And I'm gonna be home by 6. I only say that to present to you the plus side of owning your own business. The plus side of creating your own opportunity. The plus side of telling whoever in your life saying you can't do that, it's not going to work, it never pays. That's bullshit. Because that shit do pay. And you don't have to be rolling in dough and swimming in gold like Scrooge McDuck to succeed in this world. You just have to stop trading hours for dollars. Look at opportunity and seize it. Don't just sit and smoke a blunt on and drink a beer saying, yo, that's a good ass idea. And in America, you don't even have to be original. You don't have to even think you own a motherfucking idea. You can watch YouTube, as in the same shit I'm on right now. Watch another motherfucker that has a whole lot of innovation and bring it to your neck of the woods, because odds are nobody's going to be motivated in your neck of the woods. Because motivation is a hard thing to come by in America. There are a lot more Indians than chiefs. I truly believe that. I think maybe 7% of America are truly meant to be chiefs and 93% are meant to be Indians. And the main reason because the Indians love security. They feel better when a motherfucker with charisma tells them what to do. Because it negates their thinking mechanism. You ain't got to think when a motherfucker tells you what to do. And it eases your personal load. You ain't got to worry about a whole lot of shit. So what you can do is you go home, play some video games, drink some beer, and fuck some bitches, smoke some weed, and let that be the end of your existence. Then you just go to work to the salt mines. You ain't got to worry about where the motherfucking money's come from the salt mines or who's buying the salt. Don't worry about it. Get your shovel, get your pick, get your axe, and get to digging. And your life's going to be all right because another motherfucker's thinking for you. Don't worry about how your shit's governed. Don't worry about how your personal civil rights are eroding every day. Don't worry about that shit. It's just your personal life, so just worry about that. You know why? Because another motherfucker's thinking for you. Whenever you vote, and then you don't hear from this motherfucker for 2 years until he needs your vote again, this motherfucker's thinking for you. What did he do for you? When you just vote Democrat, like you was born in a Crip or a Blood, and you just gonna ride and die for them niggas, them motherfuckers is thinking for you. Do you know what bills are passed? Do you care? Do you care what they're doing while they're representing for you? See, because you don't care and you don't want to think about it too deeply, and you're worried about your own personal life, and you see it as that, you let the motherfuckers think for you, and you're a victim of the shit, and I can't, and you know what? You tacitly accept it. You tacitly accept that. You're passively accepting, and you didn't rebuke them for the wild shit that they did. So you're passively just condoning it. Do you feel what I'm saying? I hope you do. But you know what, man? I done did it again. I probably went long-winded and fuck it. I was just feeling myself. I hope you was feeling me too, man. I hope I brought you some entertainment and a little bit of, nuggets and knowledge to, think on. Stop letting the motherfucker think for you. Nobody owe you shit. Nobody owe you a motherfucking thing. And that includes a job or health care or nothing. If you see nothing shaking, make something shake, man. You gonna let your family starve while your unemployment check is dwindling and say, oh, well, nobody's hiring. What can I do? Motherfucker, buy some shit online and sell it. Provide a service for your community that not a lot of people are doing. People in America, by and large, are lazy. It's real easy to be semi-motivated, provide some services for a motherfucker real cheap, and you have a little income off of that. Shit, man. You can make a goddamn living off of going to the store for people. Think I'm bullshitting? You think I'm bullshitting? All it takes is a flyer, and you put it in old people's home or an apartment complex and say you do store runs. Even better if you have something to stock on your goddamn deck. So, you know, if you see people have a tendency to buy blunts, if you see they have a tendency to buy beers, if you see they have a tendency to buy lollipops, you keep that shit in your motherfucking house and wait for that phone to ring, and you say you just pluck it from your cooler, pluck it from your reserves, and then you're suddenly in business. Quit come up. Although that's technically illegal, but if a starving man steals bread, is he wrong? I'm Surreal Wonder. I catch you on the flip.